Hey everyone, Cloud here, and welcome to my guide on the wanted quest. Now, for this quest, you're going to need the following requirements. So you will need 33 quest points. You must have completed the Recruitment Drive quest, the Druidic Ritual quest, the Lost Tribe quest, the Goblin Diplomacy quest, and the Priest in Peril quest. And you also must have partially completed the Lost Tribe quest. You only need to have reached the Dorkish Khan entrance, but I'd just make sure the quest is completed completely. Anyway. Also, you must have at least made sure you killed the ghoul on the way to Canifist, which will allow you access to it. So that's it for the requirements. Now on to the items needed. So you will need either 10,000 coins or a Rune, Slayer Gem and Molten Glass. I definitely will recommend those three items as they come to about 1k total, so I think you'd rather pay that than 10k. You will need 20 unnoted Rune Essence. Pure Essence works as well. However, instead of that, I would recommend you have a Wicked Hood. If you're not sure what that is, it's a hood you can obtain from either the Wizard's Tower or in and basically this hood allows you to withdraw 100 Rune Essence from it daily, so you might as well use that. As long as you haven't used all your Rune Essence up that day, you could use that instead. You will need a light source, preferably like a sealed light source like a lantern, and you will also need a rope if you have not been in the Lumbridge Swamp Caves before. As for recommended items, this is only to sort of help you travel around. Amulet of Glory and Ring of Dueling charged, activated Lodestones across the Lodestone network. I'll get onto that in a moment. Some food would be definitely a good idea to have in your inventory, as you probably will get hurt here and there along these parts of the quest, and at least started Fairy Tale Part 2, so you can use the teleportation rings as well. However, they're all mainly recommendations. The only main one I would definitely have is having access to the Lodestone network. If you haven't unlocked all the Lodestones, I have a guide on how to do so, which can be found in the description below, and it's very handy, especially in quests like this where you're travelling around a lot. And as for the enemies to defeat, you'll need to defeat a level 34 and 33 Black Knight, and you also need to defeat Soulless Delagar, who has no combat level, but he's about as strong as a Black Knight. So, but yeah, that is it for the requirements and items. Quite a lot there to go through, so just make sure you have got everything that I've mentioned. The recommendations, though, aren't compulsory, it's just to help you out. And now we're going to go to the quest starting point. So we're currently at the Falador Lodestone, which can be accessed via the Lodestone network, and from here we're going to head to the Falador Park and speak to Sir Tiffy Cashin in order to start the quest. Once you arrive, ask him if there's any jobs for you yet, and he'll let you know that the White Knights made a tiny blunder and you're not actually permitted to join the Temple Knights until you've worked as a squire for 5 years, or try Sir Tiffy's solution to the problem. He'll tell you if you're interested. He'll mention a loophole which will let you in, and now you can obviously ask about the wanted quest. He'll tell you to go speak to Sir Armour Vaz, who we found on the 2nd floor or, of the tower in the White Knight's castle. So once you go to the 2nd floor of the castle and speak to Sir Armour Vaz, after a short conversation he'll ask you to become a squire. Either accept or decline his offer. It doesn't really affect the quest, it just means you might have to do an extra thing. If you decline his offer, Sir Armour will tell you that there's needs to be a crisis for you to be deputised directly as a White Knight. If you accept Sir Armour's offer, he'll tell you to go get him an Asgardian ale, but bringing in one will just cause him to ask for another one. So either way, you need to report back to Sir Tiffy Cashin in Falador Park. Once you speak to Sir Tiffy and you'll tell him what Armour said, he'll tell you about a particularly vicious and dangerous criminal. After the conversation with Sir Tiffy, head back to Sir Armour and speak to him about this criminal. Once you're back, speak to Sir Armour again and he'll tell you the news that a criminal named Soulless Delagar, the infamous murder mage, is back, and continue through this conversation and accept his mission, and Sir Armour will now make you a fully deputised White Knight. So, head back to Sir Tiffy Cashin again. And once you speak to him, you'll find that you're going to be an agent who will track down Delagar down for a recovery team to capture the evil mage. Tiffy will mention that you need a device called a Common Orb, and this is what you'll need to give him. So, Tiffy can either make it for you by giving him a Rune, Slayer Gem and Molten Glass, or if you pay him 10,000 coins. As I mentioned, those 3 items that you actually need to make one only comes with about 1k coins total max, so you might as well use that instead to save yourself some cash. Once you've given him the items or paid him, he will give you a comm orb and tell you to contact your information operative Savon. So you did have different options you can do with the comm orb. You can do scan, contact, use and playback. So if you contact Savon and speak to them, they'll tell you to investigate the Taverny dungeon where the Black Knights supposedly are, and you should also take a look at the Zamorak mage that is interested in rune crafting. So we're going to head to like the Black Knight sort of lair first, which is in the Taverny dungeon. So we're going to head over to there now. If you teleport to Taverny using the Taverny Lodestone, and once there, you want to head to Taverny Dungeon, which is located just south of where you are, and you want to climb down. There will be quite a long sort of route to run through in order to reach the area we need to, and you'll go past some different enemies that shouldn't cause you too much damage, just to be a little bit cautious and that, but just watch your eye go. Eventually you'll arrive in an area full of Black Knights, and this is their underground lair, and you want to make your way to the southern western room to find Lord Jagex. Talk to him and he won't help you, and Savant advises you to try and bluff him into giving you something. Go and kill one of his Black Knights just near him, and Jagex will give in. So, if you speak to him again after killing a knight, he'll tell you that Solus is in a place with a lot of fur that is not bear fur. So now we're done now, we need to go find the Zamorak mage. Now, there's two different things you need to do here. If you haven't spoken to the Zamorak mage before, and he's the one who's located in the wilderness, and he's used to gain access to the abyss, you'll need to go there first to speak to him. However, if you have spoken to the Zamorak mage before, he should be found in the temple in Varrock. But we're going to head to Edgefield just so I can show you where he can be found if you haven't before. So once you arrive at Edgefield, go into the wilderness, just be careful what you're bringing with you in case there's any PKs about, and head to where the Zamorak mage is. Speak to him. Now the skeletons will be a bit annoying and be aggressive and won't allow you to talk to him unless you type through the dialogue pretty quickly, but you should be able to speak to him enough for him to say to meet you back at Varrock where it's safe to do so. So either way, we need to go meet him now at the church or the altar of Zamorak, which will be located south of Aubrey's rune shop in the southeast corner of Varrock. So head to there now using the Varrock Lodestone via the Lodestone network. So once you start speaking to him, he'll offer to trade you what he knows in exchange for your comm orb, but Savon will obviously stop you, and then he offers to trade his information for 20 unnoted rune or pure essence. Now if you have the Wicked Hood with you, simply just use that now to extract the rune essence or pure essence and give that to him. Another option you have is you could go and speak to the rune shop guy, Aubrey, whatever his name is, I mentioned it a minute ago. If you use the teleport option, you can go to the rune pure essence mine and just get some there. So either way it's quick, but I definitely would recommend using the Wicked Hood method just to speed it up a bit. So after doing that, he will tell you that Solus is east of the mage, and Savon will remind you that Jagex Solus is with furry animals, and your character smartly figures out that Solus Delegat is in Canifis. So, if you have the Canifis Lodestone unlocked, teleport there directly. If not, you need to head to the Patadomus, where you would have done the Priest in Peril quest, and you want to go through where you can find Drezel in order to gain access to Canifis there. Once you arrive in Canifis, as you approach the village, a conversation will suddenly flag up. Now, if you accidentally click and skip through the conversation, you won't be able to communicate with Savon to carry on with the quest, so basically you need to kind of leave Canifis and come back again for the dialogue to reappear. So once you've actually finished speaking with them properly, she'll say about using the scan option with your comm orb as you walk around Canifis. If you go bang in the middle of Canifis, like village area, and use the scan option, you'll uncover Solus. So after Solus mocks you and disappears, Savon will then appear and give you a clue to his next location. Now, from this point onwards, you'll be chasing him throughout Guylanor, and each time you'll find him, you'll receive an item in your inventory, and this item is a hint to where to go next. Now, obviously it is different for each player, and the items appear in a random order, but I do have a list of the items you can receive and where the location is, but they are pretty easy to figure out. If you know the areas around RuneScape, you'll be able to figure it out quite easily. So while I'm telling you about the items you can obtain and where the clue indicates, I'll carry on playing the footage because obviously my items are not going to necessarily be the same as the ones you obtain, but it will get to the point where we'll be able to sort of join together again at the end, and I'll tell you what to do next with the quest. But anyway, these are the items and the location you need to head to if you get them. So if you get a banana, you need to head to the Musa Point Banana Plantation. Solus may teleport you to Camelot, attack, or he will summon a level 34 Black Knight. If you obtain a beer, you want to go to the bar in Yanil. If you obtain bear fur, you want to go to the first stall in the East Ardone Marketplace. If you get bone spear, you want to head to Dorgeshan Mines. This one you are more than likely to get at some point, so that should indicate that you are doing the right thing. If you get a blue cape, you want to go to the Champions Guild. If you get a Castle Wars ticket, you want to go to Castle Wars, and Solus may attack you or teleport you to another location. If you get a cream hat, you want to head to the Grand Tree, and Solus may teleport you to Camelot, attack you, or cause you to be teleported. If you get a cream robe, you want to go to the Tree Gnome Stronghold near the top of the Grand Tree and scan around there. If you get earmuffs, you want to go to Canifis Slayer Tower. Solus may either teleport you to Camelot or summon a level 32 Black Knight. If you get an eye patch, you want to go to Brimhaven Pub. Solus may teleport you to Camelot. If you get a fake beard, you want to go to Ali Morosine's stall in Al Kharid, and Solus may reduce your life points, teleport you to Camelot, or summon a 32 Black Knight. If you get a Fremenic cloak, you want to head to Relica, and again he may either teleport you or summon a Black Knight. If you get fur, you want to go to Ardone Market, and Solus may sharply reduce your life points or summon a level 34 Black Knight. If you get giant frog legs, you want to head to Lumbridge Swamp Caves, specifically the southern area where there's level 64 frogs. Make sure you bring a light source with you as well to be careful. Solus may teleport you to Camelot or summon a 34 Black Knight. If you obtain Goblin Mail, you want to go to Goblin Village. Solus may attack you or teleport you away. If you get Pure Essence, you want to head to the Rune Essence Mines. This is the final location. I'll speak about that properly in a moment. If you get a Red Vine Worm, you want to head to McGrubbers Wood. Solus may teleport you to Camelot or summon a level 34 Black Knight. If you get a toy horsey, you need to go to Draenor Village near Diango, and Solus may teleport you to Camelot. If you get an unholy symbol, you want to head to Scorpius Grave north of the Observatory of all the Ghosts, and he may teleport you to Camelot. And if you get a Wizard's Hat, you want to head to Wizard's Tower, and he may attack you or teleport you to a random location. So whatever those items you get, you need to go to the relevant area and use the scan option to uncover Solus again, and you need to do this for about 4 or 5 locations so you get to the final point at the Rune Essence that I mentioned a few minutes ago. Now at about the 3rd scan location, Solus will become irritated, and after a short conversation he'll use a Flame of Zamorak spell on you, and it will lower your life points to about 10% of what they are. And prior to getting your clue about the 20 noted rune or pure essence, Solus will summon the Black Knight to take you out. So off the top of my head, I think you'll be sent to about 4 or 5 locations, but basically you want to just keep going wherever the item is hinting for him to be until you get to the point where you'll receive 20 noted rune or pure essence. Once you're at that point, we'll speak again. So, after all that, you're probably worn out like I was after doing this. You should eventually get the noted rune essence clue, which will tell you that he's in the rune essence mine. Now, this is where sort of the final battle with him is, although it's not really too difficult, but just make sure you got a good armor, weapon and food with you. Now, you want to head to the rune essence mine with whatever teleport you want. So you want to speak to one of the 3 wizards. There's one in Ardone, there's the one in Varrock, who we spoke about earlier on, or there's the one in Wizard's Tower. But either way, you want to head to the Rune Essence Mine. Upon entering the mine, you'll view a cutscene where Savant summons 15 rangers to attack, but Solus kills them all with Ice Barrage. But after him doing that, he will be greatly weakened and you'll be able to finish him off. Like I said, he's really not difficult. He'll have about the same sort of strength as the Black Knights you fought earlier on, so he should be pretty easy to kill. Once you've defeated him, you'll receive his hat in your inventory to prove that you've defeated him, and now you need to return to Falador and speak to Sarmic Vaz to finish the quest. So, once you return to Falador and speak to Zamorak, he will thank you greatly for defeating Solus and will also explain to you about the knight ranking system and killing Black Knights. So, congratulations, you completed the wanted quest. You're awarded 5,000 Slayer experience, access to the Armory of the White Knights, 1 quest point, 20 noted pure rune essence and other items that you got from chasing Solus, and 2 extra spins on the Wheel of Fortune. So, this is a pretty intense quest. Obviously there is a lot that you kind of have to do off your own back when you get to the point where you have to start chasing him around Gylanor, but it's really not too difficult, and hopefully where I've told you where to go with each item, you shouldn't find it too difficult. Obviously the main reward from this quest is being able to have access to the Armory of the White Knights, which allows you to use any white typed armor or weapon which you would have been restricted from doing beforehand. Also, the Slayer experience you get from this is pretty good, and also this quest is needed to complete a lot of other ones as well, so very well worth doing, definitely one you want to get done earlier as possible. So, if you run into any problems at all with this guide, I doubt you will. The only bit you might get stuck on is where you start having to chase Solus around, and you might not be 100% sure where to go. But obviously I did go through the locations, but if you do get stuck at all, leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll help you out as best I can. If not, thank you very much for watching. Please make sure you like, favourite, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends. Cheers guys, bye.